Hi friends! This week for our health unit we're going to be learning all about the heart because February, the month that we just started, is the American Heart Month. Alright, so it's all about heart health and how to keep your heart healthy and things about your heart. Right? So we're going to be learning about the heart this week. So I'm going to read through this health packet and we're going to learn about different pieces of the heart and how to keep our heart strong. All right, now I want you to pay attention when we're walking for the video because your assignment for health today, for you to get some credit, is you're just going to write 2 things that you learned today. It can be anything that you learned, just 2 things. And when you write those 2 things, remember we write in complete sentences. In this case, it doesn't need to be a paragraph, but you can make it a connected paragraph if you'd like, but it needs to be complete sentences with that capital at the beginning and punctuation at the end, right? We're getting to that. We're halfway through 2nd grade and we need to start really being strong with our writing. So you guys should be pretty familiar. We've used the Great Body Shop in the past. Maybe some of our new friends haven't, but we've used this in the past earlier in the year. So your heart, small but strong. Can you guess which is the real heart? Is it the first one or the second one? Which one do you think is the real heart? Our hearts are very important. They work hard all day and all night. They work faster when we run around. They slow down when we sleep. They keep working every single second as long as you are alive. The heart is like a machine that is always working. This is why the heart is called the hardest working machine. Do you want to find out more about the heart? Well, we're going to look inside. So let's see if we can figure out which one is actually the real heart and what our heart looks like. All right, the big squeeze. I'm starting up here. Close your fingers and make a fist. Your heart is about the same size as your fist, so that's about the size of your heart. Now squeeze your fist once every second. Ready? Keep squeezing for 1 minute. So we'll only do about 10 seconds. But keep squeezing. Try it for another minute. Are you tired? We should be thankful that our hearts don't get tired. They never stop squeezing and pumping blood, so they do that all day. Squeeze, squeeze. Inside your heart, there are 4 rooms in the heart. The rooms are called chambers. Look at the picture of the heart below. Can you find all 4? Can you see all 4 different rooms? Chambers? The heart is built this way because it must pump blood all over your body. The heart squeezes in and out every second. Each time it squeezes, it pushes out blood. Each squeeze is called a heartbeat. And right, as you can see, the 4 chambers are, it's the bottom here of the blue and the top blue and the bottom of the red and the top of the blue. So those are the 4 chambers of the heart. Right? Around and around our blood goes. Blood from your body comes into chamber 1 of your heart. So using the big diagram here, so look at our text features, we have some headings and this is the diagram. So it comes into this first chamber, so the top of the blue, that's the first chamber. Next, blood goes through a heart valve into chamber 2. So as you can see, it's kind of like a door, and this stops the blood that's coming in from going back out, right? Keeps it kind of trapped because they have to keep the blood fresh. Heart valves are like one-way gates that keep the blood in each chamber. Like I was saying, when the heart squeezes, it pushes blood out of chamber 2. So now it's down in the 2nd chamber and up into your lungs. In the lungs, blood picks up oxygen from the air you breathe. So you can see as the blood comes in from chamber 1 into chamber 2, then it pumps into the lungs where blood picks up oxygen. Okay? When you breathe. Then blood goes back into your heart. So as you can see, it comes back in here into chamber 3. Now blood goes through the one-way heart valve into chamber 4. The next time the heart squeezes, it pushes the blood out of chamber 4 and into your whole body. So you can see as it's going different ways because it's spreading out to your whole body. So the oxygen from your lungs makes the blood turn bright red. The blood takes the oxygen to every cell in your body. Once the oxygen is gone, it changes to a different color. On the next page, well, you can see that you can follow the arrows with your fingers is what I was starting to say. But it's like I said, so it comes in. Now once the blood is coming in, so it's been used and it needs refreshed, basically. It needs more oxygen. So it comes into this first chamber, to the lungs, then from the lungs back to the heart and back out. And that's happening every time you're pumping. The heart does a lot of hard work. The beat goes on. When you run around, your heart beats faster. It must send more blood to your muscles. Your muscles work harder when you run around than when you rest. Try this. Put your fingers to the side of your throat. Okay, so you're going to put it kind of right here, in between, like right where your jawline is. Okay, put your fingers right there. Can you feel it beat? It's actually a little lower, so you don't want to quite touch your jawline. So feel around until you feel beat. You are feeling your pulse. The pulse is a heartbeat. Count your pulse for 10 seconds. How many times did it beat in that 10 seconds? Mine was about 12, so it's a little more than 1 a second. Now I want you to stand up wherever you are and run in place for a minute. Pause the video if you need to, which you'll need to. Run in place for 1 minute. After you run, take your pulse again and count it this time for 10 seconds. It should be a much bigger number because your heart is beating so much faster because you are exercising. It is good for your heart to beat faster when you exercise. That makes you stronger. You should exercise every day. Exercise your heart. Your heart is a muscle and it needs exercise. Exercise makes the heart strong. You need about 60 minutes of exercise each day to keep your heart healthy. How many minutes should you have each week? So if you have 60 minutes every day, think about that. You'd have to add that 6 times. There are a lot of ways to exercise the heart. Tito likes to skate. Willie likes to hike. Jessica likes to jump rope. What kind of exercise do you like to do? I like to dance, so that's what I kind of do to keep my heart healthy. Is dance and move around. Heart healthy food. Your heart needs healthy food. Foods like fresh fruits, vegetables, fish, nuts, beans, and whole wheat bread are all foods that make our hearts strong and healthy. Some foods can hurt the heart over time. Foods that have lots of harmful fat can cause big problems. Some fast foods like hot dogs, hamburgers, chips, and french fries have a kind of fat that can clog the arteries, and those are where the blood is traveling. For a healthier heart, it is best to choose heart-healthy food. So up here you can see Susie is resting. Her heart has slowed down. This is called a resting heart rate. So when you're just sitting, doing your schoolwork, watching TV, you're not moving, your heart is at a resting heart rate. It's just the normal pumping. Tito is exercising. His heart is beating fast. Exercise makes the heart strong. Okay, so it's going to beat faster when you're exercising and moving and doing things because your blood needs more oxygen. It needs to continue to flow. And it's not resting heart rate anymore. All right? Blood, food for your body. Every single part of your body needs blood to stay alive. Your brain needs blood to think. Your muscles need blood to move. Your stomach needs blood to use your food. Inside your blood, there are nutrients. Nutrients come from the food you eat. Blood carries nutrients all over your body. Blood also carries oxygen from the air you breathe. It brings the oxygen to all parts of your body. Every part of your body needs oxygen to do its job. Fun facts. There is no machine in the world that works as hard as the heart. The only rest it gets is a split second between beats. The heart can often beat for more than 100 years. Did you know that the electricity going through the heart makes the heart muscles cells contract? An electrocardiogram, an ECG, is a test that measures electricity going through the heart. Shocking, isn't it? And it says, yeah, that's cold. And he says, do you know what this is? Do you know what that's called? It's called a stethoscope. That's what doctors use to hear your heartbeat. It's kind of like a little microphone for your heart. How much blood? Think of a milk carton that holds 1 quart of milk. A grown-up's body has about 5.5 quarts of milk. That's the same amount as 5.5 milk cartons, like your ones from school. You have less blood because your body is smaller. 2 pints make 1 quart. Oh, that's talking about some math. So adults have 5.5, but you have not quite as much because you're not as large. It says this is how much blood is in a grown-up's body, and he has 5.5 cartons of milk. Okay? So that's all we're going to cover for today. Tomorrow we're going to read the rest. So remember your assignment for today. There's a couple other videos to watch as well that I've attached, and you can put facts you learned from those videos also. But you just need to write 2 really good 2nd grade sentences of things that you learned about the heart today. Have a great rest of your day, friends.